You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, my name is Jonathan Rose and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. I've been trading for 30 years at some of the world's biggest exchanges, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the Chicago Board of Trade, the Chicago Options Exchange. Now, I get on here each day the market's open, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, go over the market, share some thoughts. Once in a while, we'll share our trade of the day. Each morning, we get on here 10 minutes early, talk to the chat. Good morning, everybody. Rick, Bob, James, Rick, George, Laura, Chuck, Janet. Thank you guys all for joining. I love our good mornings, touching base first thing in the morning. I asked a question in the chat, guys. Are we out of the woods yet? Market is rallying. Volatility is coming off. No. We're not out of the woods yet. How can we be? Has anything really changed? There's just volatility in the market. It could be, often is, a sucker's play to think that the first big rally we get, we're out of the woods. So today, I got 5 important charts that I'm watching super closely, that I want you to watch super closely, because once we get the confirmation from each one of these charts, only then are we out of the woods. So I'm going to take you over to the slide deck. I got the chat open. Please feel free to ask any questions. If I don't get to your question, I'll make sure I get to your question before I get off. Let's do it. All right, chat's up. There I am. Here we go. Look at this little guy. Pretty cool. Hey, Kim. Thanks for joining. These 5 charts could be your guide through the chaos. These 5 charts I'm looking at every single day. I would love for you to look at these charts and follow these levels closely as well. These 5 charts could be your guide. Here we go. The first one, and we're going to go through each one of these. The VVIX. The VVIX is the volatility of the VIX. How much volatility is in the market? Again, we're going to go over each one of these. We're going to look at the yield curve. The yield curve since Liberation Day has steepened like crazy. We need this to flatten in order to be out of the woods. I'm going to go over that chart. We're going to look at the short-term VIX, the 9-day VIX, the gold-silver ratio, and a recent introduction on this show, the MUB, munis, the MUB. We're going to go through each one of these charts. 5 charts. Okay? Here we go. The first one is the gold-silver ratio. Okay? You can just look at this on any chart, on any charting platform. It's gold minus silver. Now, why is this a big deal? What you really want to look for, guys, is April 2nd, that Liberation Day. Things that started to trade one way after Liberation Day, we need those to chill out. Gold-silver ratio yesterday traded off bigly. That's why the market was able to bounce, or one of the reasons the market was able to bounce. It looks like the gold-silver ratio is trying to go higher today, but we need that to change. What else? One second, guys. I got my charts right underneath here. Boom. Actually, I don't even need this. Okay, this chart, guys, is literally blowing me away. I cannot believe the behavior from the MUB. M-U-B. I'm going to put it in the chat, guys. I want you to follow the MUB. The MUB is an ETF for municipal bonds. It is a massive, massive, massive ETF. So in this chart, the QQQs are going to be in this pumice color, okay, this aqua color. The MUB is going to be in the white. It is like, I can't tell you how shocked I am that these two are trading so closely. So let me do this. I'm going to detach this because I want to show you just the MUB. It's not often that I get blown away by things like this, but watch this. Here's the MUB. And let's look over time. Let's look 20 years back. Let's look at a weekly. Okay. Now, the problem with this thing is its credit risk. So look at this. Here's the MUB. Okay, it's just MUB. Show price as a percentage. I'm going to take that off so you can see the actual level. 102. It's trading 103.94. Now, it's not that big of a deal to get down here, right? We've done it a bunch of times before. But the problem right now is this. In 08, 09, there was credit risk, right? Everything fell apart. That's what the market is nervous about. So the MUB is trading 103.95. This thing needs to get up. It needs to get above 104. It needs to get away from the risk area. Follow the MUB. Now, it's kind of interesting. When we are not in high volatile times, I don't care about the MUB. We're not going to be following the MUB. We're not going to be caring about muni bonds when things are roses. What we do care about is when the market's crashing, when volatility is elevated, we care about credit risk. And that's the only reason we're watching the MUB. The MUB, the last trade, 103.95. As this trades higher, the QQQs, the SPY will follow. If this trades lower, volatility will trade higher and the overall markets will get annihilated. Annihilated. Okay? So be careful. It's a sucker's play right now to think we're out of the woods. Richard McGee, you said it best on the chat. There's still global and internal chaos. How can we be out of the woods? We are not out of the woods. I want you to follow this closely. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a Y in the chat. I want a Y in the chat because this will help you. This will help you. For Thinkorswim, I just did MUB. I hit the beaker here, comparison, and you can compare it over the QQQs, over the SPY, watch muni bonds. Okay? I am certain of this. Very confident. This is what we need to watch to make sure we're out of the woods. Okay, I got all the yeses coming in. I love it. This will help you guys. Okay? What else can we look out for? Laura, perfect. Just confirming munis usually trade inversely to QQQs because they're a safe haven. Yeah, absolutely. So right now, the MUB trading at 103 is about a 6% yield. If it gets under 100, it's still that 6% yield, but investors are losing money on the face value investment. Very important. In normal times, these will move inversely. Right now, the QQQs, the market is staring at this measure. And again, this is a creative way of looking at the market. We want to look at things differently than everybody else. Okay? That's how we get edge. So that's two charts that we want to look at. VVIX, the VIX of the VIX. Okay? Love this coming down to 105. This is already telling us we can rally. VVIX has come down. We can rally. We just need the confirmation from the yield curve and through muni bonds. VVIX was trading 190, last trade 105. VVIX is giving us permission to rally. VIX 9D. VIX is the fear index, right? VIX is the fear index. It's a 30-day measure of volatility. Well, the VIX 9D is a 9-day measure of volatility. Right now, it's trading at 29. We do need this to get lower. We do need this to come into 22, 20, 18, 17 for that full out rally to really be in force. Okay? So VIX 9D is selling off, but not far enough. So VVIX we talked about. Short-term VIX we talked about. Gold, silver we talked about. Munis, the MUB we talked about. The final thing we're going to talk about is the yield curve. This is probably the most advanced out of all the things that we're watching, but it's okay. It's okay. So too, guys, in our chat only, member only community, we're watching all of these throughout the day. We're talking, we're communicating throughout the day, talking about these risk levels. Hey, Chris Water is my managing editor. Chris will throw a phone number into the chat. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out or ask questions about our Discord community, please give the number a call. These guys can answer any questions you have. Hey, Chris, thank you so much. 1-800-304-5601 to learn about our Discord community, and if you want to be involved in the trades that I share for the members. Awesome. Okay, so this is the other thing that we need to watch. This is the yield curve. The yield curve, the difference between the 2-year notes and 30-year bonds. If the 2-year is, say, 2% and the 30-year is 10%, that's a very steep yield curve, 2% to 10%. That's a big difference. Well, a yield curve that's flat, you have the same yield, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Steepening since April 2nd, Liberation Day, when the market has gone straight down, you want to find things that have really reacted off Liberation Day. All of these 5 charts, I'm not just saying they're important. They're important because of how they've acted since this move started. That's what you want to find out. One of the things that's really moving is the yield curve is steepening a ton. And that's why, as the yield curve is steepened, the market has gotten its butt whooped. What happened yesterday? Yesterday we had a big rally, right? We had a big rally because that yield curve was able to sell off. Right now, just like the MUB, just like the VVIX, just like the VIX 9D, we are in an area where if this thing wants to trade higher and go into this area, the VIX will go higher, the MUB will go lower, the market will go lower, okay? If this wants to trade down here and get close to where we were before April 2nd, you're going to see the MUB rally. You're going to see the VVIX come off. You're going to see the VIX 9D sell off. And you're going to see those QQQs rally like it's nobody's business. The point is, all of these 5 charts, they're all tied together, just like everything else. So fine, the VVIX is showing it's okay to rally, but we need confirmation from these other 4 charts, okay? Again, I've been doing this for 30 years. There's sucker plays all over the place. They're going to try to get you long. They're going to try to take your money. Don't let them. Get the confirmation from the 5 major charts. What I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to hop off. I'm going to move on to our all access community, and we're going to look at our inventory of trades, and we're going to go through how to manage those trades in this very volatile environment. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't yet, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. But besides that, thanks so much for watching, and join us 10 minutes early tomorrow and say good morning. Thanks for watching, guys.
Join us every weekday at live.mastersintrading.com.
All Access. Telvin, I'm on All Access, right? What's up, All Access? How you guys doing? Hopefully I'm on.